action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here with another TNI news video. Now we've got a lot to cover once again, so let's just jump right into it. And first thing, we'll start off with some Marvel news for you guys. So the Hasbro Marvel Legend Haslab project, the Marvel Sentinel, has been a success. It has come to a close. The campaign, the fundraising campaign, or crowdsourcing campaign, I should say, has finally come to a close. The final tally looks to be 22,545 backers. It was original goal was only 6,000 backers, so they far exceeded that. They reached all their goals, including the most recent tier for unlocking the Tri-Sentinel head. So if you did grab one of these, then you will get that along with the Master Mold head, the Battle Damaged head and hand, the two versions of the Sentinel Prime 6-inch figure, and the tentacle pieces as well. You get 2 tentacle pieces. So definitely, I think for the just a little bit over $300 plus shipping, I think it came out for me over just around $370 with shipping. Well, not shipping, because shipping was technically thrown in, but with taxes and everything, it came in around $370. So not too bad, I think. I only got myself one. I debated whether I want to get one or two, but at the end of the day, the budget said, the wallet said, we can only really afford to get one. And so that's what I did. I got one. And this will be shipping next fall. So we've got a little ways to go before we actually get this bad boy in hand. But congratulations to Hasbro and the Marvel Legend team for pulling this off. They seem to be very happy. I would say this has probably been Hasbro's most successful HasLab crowdsourcing project to date. So, I'm guessing the Marvel Legend guys now have some bragging rights within the company. Now, what this holds for the future, will we see another one next year? Will we see them do Galactus? That seems to be the going fan favorite, that they do Galactus next. Maybe make him even taller than the Sentinel, which I think if they do Galactus, he does need to be taller than the Sentinel. So we'll just have to wait and see. But once again, congrats to them, and congrats to everybody who decided to put some money down and grab this guy. And then really the only other piece of news I have for you guys is kind of recapping what I talked about in the last news video. It's in regards to that Mafex Avengers Endgame Iron Man Mark 85 figure. So we've got official images and details on that figure before we just had the magazine scan. Now this figure is slated, it's a little ways off before it's actually going to see release. It's going to be released next summer, next June 2021. And then the figure has the double-bladed weapons, the energy shield, the 2 arm cannons, the lightning arm amplifier thing that he wore or had on his back that Thor shot his lightning through. So you get that as well. Multiple pairs of hands, like we always see with these types of figures. So again, this figure is going to be out next June, and it is currently available for pre-order at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. For you Transformer fans, we got another reveal. It is Tuesday, so we've gotten our 3rd Transformer Tuesday reveal. Now, I know absolutely nothing about this character. It is another repaint figure. I'm not even sure I can pronounce this guy's name. Black Tichi, I don't know. I've never heard of this guy before, but he's said to be basically to go along with the repainted Scorponok figure that they did back in the day, the 1988 Super God Master Force Black Zurich, which again I believe was just a repaint of the Scorponok figure. So does this mean that Hasbro is going to repaint their new Titan class Scorponok? I guess black. I don't know. Probably not, but who knows. But anyway, this figure is available for pre-order now. It is a repaint. Again, it is a repaint figure or a redeco of the Weaponizer Fast Track figure. And it is available for pre-order at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. For you Storm Collectible fans, we've gotten official images and details for their upcoming Street Fighter V Champion Edition EHonda figure. So we actually saw this figure. They released some images for this figure last month during their Comic-Con at Home event. But the figure is now available for pre-order at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. The figure is slated for release at the end of this year. You're going to be getting 3 different head sculpts with this figure, 3 pairs of interchangeable hands, and a special effect piece so you can mimic his ability. So overall, if you're a fan of EHonda, I think they've done a pretty good job with this one. the figure, the sculpting detail and everything on it is looking pretty good. His the thing that he wears, and I forget the official name of what those are called, but it looks like it is made of soft goods, or maybe it's a rubber material, in keeping with the other Storm Collectible figures. But definitely I'm liking the detail. The size on it looks pretty good. And as I said, if you want to pre-order this figure, it is up for pre-order at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store, now. NECA released new official images for their upcoming Terminator 2 John and Sarah Connor 2-pack. So I previously talked about this figure. I'm pretty sure I did. Some images had leaked out back in June on an overseas e-tailer. And then NECA even came out and said that here in the US this set was going to be released as a Target exclusive. So now we have new images. So these are the same figures. This is the same Sarah Connor figure that we got back in 2016 with the same accessories and everything. And then the John Connor figure is from the 2019 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive set that came with the motorcycle. You no longer get the motorcycle with this set, and you also lose the alternate head sculpt that they did for John, but everything else seems to be intact as far as accessories, the D800 arm, the hacking device, the backpack. Now this set, as I said, is going to be released as a Target store exclusive, and according to NECA, will start hitting shelves here in the United States sometime next month. For you Funko fans, if you're into those retro toy pop vinyl figures, they had the first wave had some G.I. Joe figures like Zartan, and now we're getting a look at the second wave, and probably the coolest ones in the second wave include the Rock'em Sock'em robots from Mattel, from that old Mattel board game, or I would call it a board game, where you had the two robots and you kind of punch each other. And then also they're doing ones based on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They don't really strike me as looking like the old Playmates toys, but you get the 4 turtles, and then you also get Casey Jones and April O'Neil, and those are available for pre-order at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. Now going back to Mayfex, we got I think this was, I don't recall having seen these before, but it's a set based on DC Comics from the Dark Knight Returns Frank Miller graphic novel. It is Batman and Robin. So Batman stands about 6.2 inches tall. He's featuring the blue and gray outfit, and then the female Robin figure is going to stand about 4.3 inches tall. Robin is fully articulated. You get 2 different head sculpts with her, multiple pairs of hands. You get the slingshot shot that you saw her use in the original story. And then Batman has 3 different masked head sculpts and an unmasked old Bruce Wayne head sculpt. And you get soft goods capes, posable capes with both figures. Now this set, which I do believe is up for pre-order now at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store, is slated for release next June along with the Iron Man figure. Then for you Revoltech fans, we got to look at what is essentially just a straight up repaint of the Amazing Yamaguchi Harley Quinn figure. So the only real difference here is instead of the red and black outfit, she now has metallic red and blue. Same accessories, which have also been repainted a bit, and same head sculpt and everything. So like I said, this is just a straight up repaint of that previous Amazing Yamaguchi Harley Quinn figure. But I do kind of like this color scheme. I like the metallic paints it looks like they're using on it. So, if you're a fan of Harley, you might want to check this one out. And this figure is slated for release at the end of this year in December. And then finally, for you DC fans, we got a little bit of a surprise from Todd McFarlane and McFarlane Toys yesterday. They announced that they are going to be releasing a DC Multiverse 7-inch scale Todd McFarlane design from scratch Batman figure. So this isn't really something that appeared in the comics. This is something that Todd, I guess, thought up in his own head and then designed. To me, it really doesn't have a Todd McFarlane art style to it, though I guess you could say it has a little bit of a Spawn flair to it with like the spikes on his gloves and everything. But, he doesn't have like the big flowy capes and stuff that you would see McFarlane do when he would draw Batman and everything. So, I don't know. He's got some goggles that he's wearing, so I guess some night vision goggles that he's wearing. Definitely kind of like an armored looking mask that he's wearing, even though I think that top piece is actually part of the goggles. And then the cape is, like I said, just not terribly flowy. I do kind of like the bat symbol, the way he's done the bat symbol. And then he's got the belt with pouches and stuff, which again, to me, has maybe kind of a Spawn flair to it. Now, this figure is going to see a limited release. It is going to be out in mid-October. It is a Walmart exclusive. So that's basically going to be the only place, at least here in the United States. Now, some other e-tailers will be picking it up internationally. And I should say, they specifically say this is Walmart.com. So I'm not sure this is actually going to be available in stores. But definitely for those of us here in the United States, if you want to get it, you're going to have to go to Walmart for it. And the figure, as I said, or actually I misspoke, the pre-order for the figure is going to take place in mid-October. The actual figure itself is going to be released in January of next year. And the cost on it is the normal $19.99. And just one more thing I wanted to share with you on the DC front. I don't normally cover statues here, but I thought it was kind of interesting. This past weekend, we got a new trailer for the Wonder Woman 1984 movie. And in that trailer, we got our first real look at the Cheetah character. So, but in the trailer, I didn't really think we got a great look at her. So Iron Studios is doing a statue, part of their Battle Diorama series, 1/10 scale, and of the character. So to me, this is really the best look that we've gotten at the movie version of Cheetah. Again, I don't really cover statues that much. The statue is available for pre-order now at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store if you are into collecting statues. But I really wanted to share this with you more just because I thought it gave us a really good look at the Cheetah character from the upcoming movie. Okay, and then the final couple bits of news I have for you guys comes on the Boss Fight Studio front. So first of all, I had been showing you in previous news videos some of their new 4-inch figures based on the character the Phantom. So I believe in the last news video I showed you their first wave of 4-inch Hacks figures. Well, now we've got some preview images, basically some concept art showing another Phantom figure they're doing with the gray outfit that's going to come along with his mighty steed. They like to do the 4-inch horses, so we're getting that set, which I think is actually pretty cool. And then the second wave of figures, 2 more figures. So we're getting another Phantom figure. This is based on the 11th Phantom, Hero of the High Seas. And then to go along with that one, we are getting Sing Pirates. So a secondary character, a non-Phantom figure, but looks pretty cool, especially if you like pirate-type characters. Then starting this week, they started showing off some images for their upcoming 4-inch scale Tarzan figures. Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. So this is based on the original 1912 Tarzan, essentially. So we're getting a look at the actual Tarzan figure, and then the second figure, which I believe both of these figures I believe are slated for Wave 1. And the second figure is Jane Porter, his love interest. So, kind of cool that they're doing her. You don't generally see Jane done in action figure form. So I believe pre-orders will go up later this week. I won't swear to it. In fact, I don't think they specifically said, so maybe they won't. But I do expect pre-orders will go up pretty soon for these 2 figures. And if you're a fan of the original Tarzan, these are ones you're probably going to want to check out. Okay, so that's it for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload new videos. Don't forget, I have a contest going on here on YouTube giving away $100 store credit to Big Bad Toy Store. Details for that contest are in the video description below. Stay safe out there, and until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.